And we thank you for sticking with us during the national anthem. You can continue, Nick.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you were talking about this maybe being a trap game. In any league, at any level, looking forward to your next opponent after this one kind of can leave you looking at the scoreboard after the game asking what happened. West Virginia, they have 2 wins against the Buchanan Bears, in addition to those Beaver County Indians. In games against those teams, Steel City put up 200 points on them. Anytime you see teams that share victories with a top-class team like the Yellow Jackets, you know that a victory won't come easy. So definitely don't underestimate this team.
Well, what are your keys for tonight's game?
Well, I think Steel City must live in the moment. The 6th-ranked Baltimore Hawks are coming to Giving Heart next week, not today. Focus on your opponent tonight, the Warlocks, and make sure to get to your game early. Be aggressive on the ball and use defense to create offense. For West Virginia, their goal is to play spoiler tonight. They want to get out on runs like Akron, Philly, and Ohio did and try to frustrate the Jackets early. I was going to say the sting will come eventually and it'll test their composure. If West Virginia wins tonight, it'll be because they kept their composure and didn't wilt under pressure.
Well, tonight, returning to the lineup is Tone Reddick, the team MVP of the Yellow Jackets, so certainly his offense will be an added boost toward this Yellow Jackets attack, which again, as you said, 2 times over 200 points in ABA action tonight. We're about moments away from tip-off tonight here at a Giving Heart Community Center. Thank you for tuning in again, and we'll be right back on the Yellow Jackets Basketball Network. And certainly, Nick, as we welcome you back into the booth, Nick, being a newcomer to the booth, I have to ask you, have you ever watched any ABA action from Illinois?
Actually, it was in Indiana. Well, Indiana and Kentucky. We had the Owensboro Colonels for a brief stint, and they turned in the Evansville Dunkers. Very limited ABA action. Nothing like this. So you guys got a great setup here at the Giving Heart Community Center. And the Yellow Jackets, a team that can drop 200 points on you any night. It should be an exciting game.
Well, the starting lineup for the Steel City Yellow Jackets at center is number 10, James Evans. Playing on the left wing over there is number 4, Claude Scott Jr., number 30, Jason Arrington, number 2, Gilmore Cummings, and starting is number 6, Mike Dixon, as we're underway here at a Giving Heart Community Center. Up top, Gilmore Cummings, a whistle. And the shot clock is not moving. So they're trying to reset the shot clock here, as the shot clock was at 12 to begin the game. Only 11:49 is gone here on the clock. Clock issues reset, and Gilmore Cummings will inbound it for Steel City. As you mentioned earlier, Cummings had 4 3-pointers to pace the Yellow Jackets in the fourth quarter last week against the Ohio Kings. And certainly, while the score obviously got out of hand for Ohio, it was a touch-and-go game throughout, Nick.
Yes, and ultimately the Yellow Jackets came out on top in that one. Like you said, it was a game of runs, and the Yellow Jackets just had a couple more at the end of the day. I'm not sure if the clock issues are completely fixed quite yet.
Yes, head coach Ace Pippins was over there before the game fixing one of the clocks. Apparently one of them, especially over in the far corner, as we could see off the camera, was knocked down. A part of the Yellow Jacket staff is currently fixing that clock. Certainly dire straits. Not really dire straits, but as we try to talk to you here in the booth, Nick, so aside from the Colonels, is there any other teams in Indiana? I understand there's one leading the Yellow Jackets in the North Central Division. That's the Indiana Fury. They are currently running away with the North Central Division as I take a look right now.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with the Indiana Fury. I definitely know about the Steel City Yellow Jackets, though, because we actually had someone from the Colonels who was from the Yellow Jackets, a man named Roscoe Savage. He used to play here a few years ago, and he's from the Pennsylvania area. So know a little bit about them.
Yes, actually I was wrong. I said it wrong. The Indiana Lions, 15-3. The Chicago Fury, 12-1.
Okay.
And our Steel City Yellow Jackets, 11-2. As we got those clock issues solved, and we're back on our way. It's Jason Arrington on the wing. Over to Cummings. He'll pull for three. Just off. Rebound. That goes to number 15, Brian Irwin of the West Virginia Warlocks as they go back up on the court. Irwin back up top. That is O.T. Elmore for three. That one's off. Rebound, James Evans. And Steel City back quickly. Mike Dixon stopped up on the wing over there. Back to Cummings. Inside Evans. Evans pro hops and steps and gets the two.
I was saying, nice job of making his way inside there for the first points of the game after not coming up with anything on that first possession.
So it's Armistead over, and that's number 15, Brian Irwin for three. That one's off. Rebound. Last touch by West Virginia, and it's Steel City ball as Mike Dixon leads it up.
Not a great start for West Virginia so far. A couple of threes coming up empty, and as we know with the Yellow Jackets, points can come in a hurry.
Another clock issue here as a minute, and we'll call that.
What, a minute and 3 seconds?
Yeah, a minute 3 seconds gone. It's certainly rare that there's clock issues here as we're back under our way here. As that's Mike Dixon with the ball for the Yellow Jackets. Up top, James Evans. Claude Scott inside Jason Arrington, but that one's stolen by West Virginia, and now back in the possession of Claude Scott. Scott over to Cummings, inside Scott. Nice little two-man game for the two.
And that's three. The 3D clock was on there. That counted as a turnover inside their own zone there.
Good eye, Nick.
Or in the backcourt, I should say.
So 32, Rick Hill. Back over to Brian Irwin. Will two, that one's off. Rebound, Claude Scott, as he'll go the other way. The man they call Sticks, pass it off to Mike Dixon. Over to the wing, Cummings. Wanting to go inside for James Evans, but not anyone home, and that's a turnover. So West Virginia on the quick inbound, and that's Tyler Dodd, O.T. Elmore. Elmore dribbles to the corner. Nice little behind the back pass to Dodd, but no one home as Mike Dixon goes the other way with Gilmore Cummings. He'll go all the way, and that's a nice little layup by Mike Dixon.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets really showing off their speed and athleticism here, getting a couple, points there in the fast break, and then, a couple of nice moves to the basket.
So far, a 7-0 run for the Steel City Yellow Jackets in the first 2:15 of play.
A nice start for the Yellow Jackets here on their home court. They want to just kind of, it sounds harsh, but they want to demoralize the Warlocks early and, kind of get in their heads with an early run here, and they're definitely doing that, especially with the Warlocks missing their first three shots.
The Warlocks have three players on their bench as head coach Mike Lane, as I talked to him earlier today, certainly is excited about this Warlocks team. A nice victory over Beaver County, a fellow victory, shared victory with the Steel City Yellow Jackets. Inside Hill, that one is off, and the basket is closed for West Virginia. Back over to the corner, Gilmore Cummings. He's not afraid to shoot, and he's not afraid to score. A three for Gilmore Cummings in the corner. 10-0
lead from West Virginia. They might have had a shot at the basket there, but, the Yellow Jackets, they see the open man on the corner. They're going to take that.
Brandon Armistead for three. Follow-up for number 41, Tyler Dodd, and that's the first points for West Virginia.
And that comes after Claude Scott kind of fell asleep on the rebound there. And then they were able to grab it, get the offensive board, and get on the board here. Now it's 10-2.
So you could call out a push on Brandon Armistead as he went for the steal over Jason Arrington, one of the big steals leader for the Steel City Yellow Jackets. Arrington was fourth in the country in the 2005-2006 season with Beaver County Community College. Nice little pass inside for Claude Scott, and that's a two.
Claude Scott making up for that missed rebound on the other end, getting the points there. Now it's back to double digits.
Back over. That's Brian Irwin for three. That one's off.
West Virginia trying to get this all back at once, and it's going to lead to things like that.
Long lead pass to Claude Scott and a foul on the play.
So he's going to shoot two.
That's on number 91, Brandon Armistead, his second. He owns all two team fouls for West Virginia, as at the line is Claude Scott, the Central Catholic product. First one's off for Scott.
Guys, it sounded real good.
And that was our executive producer, Debonair. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Debonair. We appreciate it. It's my first time on the mic. Thank you for the encouragement. Okay, I guess it's not my first time on the mic. First time here.
And both miss for Claude Scott as a rare no-go on the line for him. And back the other way, that's Noah Jones checking in for West Virginia. A little bit of a running drive there by Tyler Dodd. No dice. And back the other way, James Evans over in the corner. That's Jason Arrington for three. That one's off. Rebound inside. James Evans with the follow-up. A nice little play by James Evans.
And, you know, West Virginia really needed to make something happen, especially after the Yellow Jackets missed both free throws. One of the rare times that Steel City did not come up with points on their end, and then they weren't able to capitalize, and now it's 14-2. A pretty big deficit here early on in the first quarter.
So on the inbounds, that's number 91, Brandon Armistead for three. That one's off. Rebound James Evans, and he gives it up to Mike Dixon. Over to, on the wing, Gilmore Cummings. Inside Dixon, nice little play. So on the floater, it's Mike Dixon. And now a 16-2 run for the Yellow Jackets to open this game.
Yeah, and what, 13 of those points have been in the paint thus far.
Over, that's Noah Jones for three. That one's off. Rebound Armistead. Armistead, a little elbow jumper, and that one gets the friendly roll for Armistead. So West Virginia, it's now a 16-4 run for the Steel City Yellow Jackets to open this game. Long three-pointer for Gilmore Cummings. That one is off. And back the other way, O.T. Elmore over to Irwin. Irwin inside for the two. Nice little play. So a miniature 4-0 run for the Warlocks as they're starting to get a little bit of an answer to the Yellow Jackets' early attack.
Yeah, it's only a 10-point game now. The Yellow Jackets got to make sure not to take their foot off
James
the gas.
Evans, long-range three, and that's the trademark of James Evans. He's really been great as the trailer for the Yellow Jackets this season. A lot of these trailing three-pointers has belonged to James Evans, and it's a great thing to see. As back the other way, that is O.T. Elmore for three.
Yeah, he gets the answer.
Quick inbound, that's Jason Arrington for three again. That's one off on the ring.
Steel City's got to make sure not to just give them these quick possessions.
O.T. Elmore again.
Steel City
He's
needs
throwing
to play
up the
their
threes
game
early.
Yeah, I would say they've gotten so many points inside. You know, you would think that they'd stop pulling up from three here and maybe just extend this cushion a little bit more.
Over to Cummings, back from, that's James Evans up top. Over in the corner, driving on the baseline is Gilmore Cummings. Up top, that is Jason Arrington for three.
You see they worked inside out there. They got a nice look from the wing, and it's back to a 10-point game.
And a whistle. Almost 6 minutes gone here in the first period. Steel City up 22-12.
I would say Steel City doing a nice job of mixing it up a little bit. You know, West Virginia has brought some more people down in the paint to try and stop some of these easy buckets. But, you know, Steel City's responded by hitting a couple of threes. If it wasn't for O.T. Elmore, West Virginia would be down a lot more than they are. What does he have, 3 threes so far, or just those 2 in the last one?
I think I call it 3 for him. He's certainly been the guy that paced him for the Warlocks.
He's definitely their leading scorer out there tonight. He's keeping them in this game. Only a 10-point game right now, still pretty early on. But what, 22 points in the first 6 minutes. The Yellow Jackets are off to a hot start.
Yes, but certainly we've seen ABA basketball at its best there. Certainly teams can get on a little run, and suddenly it's the early big lead for the Steel City Yellow Jackets suddenly doesn't seem as bad. It's only a 10-point lead for them right there with that little burst.
And the key here, you know, to build this cushion is, I know it sounds, you know, it sounds obvious that they need to make shots, but they need to make shots so that way they can set up their, you know, their full court press and their defense. Because if you're hitting threes and missing them, it's going to lead to some fast breaks and some points on the other end for West Virginia.
That was our first media timeout of the night, brought to you by Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems. Personalized, patient-centered care is what sets Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems apart. Our concierge services provide private, home-based long-term health care as unique as you are. We have the knowledge, experience, and compassion necessary to help guide you to the best home health care services available. Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems, where loving kindness is at the center, is at the heart of all we do.
That was Tyler Dodd with the Warlocks. They cut it to single digits now at 8, 22-14.
A little bit of loving kindness for James Evans. A nice little shot there.
He stretches it back to double digits. Oh, a little bit
Stolen
of
in the
pressure there.
backcourt by Jason Arrington. Arrington slams it home with 2 hands.
That's 3 points there. It was very close to not being in the backcourt, but that was a backcourt steal.
So the 3D rule in effect, and a nice little play by Jason Arrington again. 4th in steals in the 05-06 season with the Beaver County Community College in the National Junior College Athletic Association Division II.
And I don't know if they gave him the 3D on that. It's 26-14 right now, so I think that was just a 2-point play.
And a technical was issued to Jason Arrington as he smacked the ball away, and the refs didn't like that. They called delay a game there.
Well, now it's back to 10 after those 2 free throws by O.T. Elmore. He's their leading scorer.
It's safe to call Jason Arrington the emotional leader of the Steel City Yellow Jackets. There was a little bit of a situation against Akron where he wasn't happy with the Steel City Yellow Jackets going down early. Certainly not the case in this game, as that's Tyler Dodd for 3. And back the other way comes Steel City, as on the trail, that's James Evans for 3. That one rolls out. Rebound, Claude Scott.
Yeah, nice job of Claude Scott of crashing the boards there, getting the foul.
That foul on Noah Jones, his first of the night. Inbounds foul. Inside Claude Scott, that one doesn't go. Follow up, James Evans gets that one to go.
James Evans, Claude Scott, these guys are really crashing the boards for the Yellow Jackets and creating opportunities when maybe it would have ended up as an empty possession.
Yellow Jackets long and strong is back the other way. That is Brian Irwin, no dice. Inside rebound, that is Tyler Dodd. Fights, and he'll go to the line there.
Dodd's going to get 2 coming up here to try and get this back to 10. 28-16, Yellow Jackets on top, but the Warlocks hanging in there. O.T. Elmore has a lot to do with that. I'm pretty sure he's in double digits now, 3 threes, and then a couple of free throws there on the technical.
Foul on Gilmore Cummings, his first. And for Dodd, the first one goes. And he gets them both at the line, Tyler Dodd. Almost out of the reach of Cummings over here in the corner, and that's Mike Dixon, excuse me. Jason Arrington back over in the corner. That's driving. Nice little pass inside. James Evans back up top. Scott. A lob. No dice. But you have to like that little play, the little 2-man game by the Steel City Yellow Jackets there.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Yellow Jackets, creating some opportunities here. I know the Warlocks are trying to eliminate any of these points inside, but with these precision passes, it's making it very difficult to stop Steel City.
So the first foul, that's on Tyler Dodd. 4 team fouls apiece for the Yellow Jackets and the Warlocks so far in this game. As a substitution, Brian Irwin is out, and back in goes Brandon Armistead.
I mean, if you're Steel City, the best way to hold the lead here is to get to the line as much as you can, get some free points there, and it's back to 12.
So back up, that's Tyler Dodd, the West Virginia Tech product. Dodd driving inside, air ball, no one home there. And back the other way goes Steel City. That's Mike Dixon. Lob up to Jason Arrington. No one home there, and it's stolen by Dodd. And they're going to call a reach on James Evans.
You know, I appreciate the effort there on the alley-oop, but he would have had to jump clean over Noah Jones to get that one. And I mean, he made a pretty good effort at it. Still 30-18, Steel City Yellow Jackets on top.
And we have reached actually a substitution in there. In for Tyler Dodd, that is number 30, Matt Miller. Matt Miller, not Mac Miller.
Yeah, Matt with 2 T's.
So it's Armistead over the timeline, guarded by Cummings. The switch, and that's Kenny Holmes in for...
I was saying, that's getting pretty close to a travel there.
Kenny Holmes, typically the starter for Steel City. A rare early start for Mike Dixon. He's in for Mike Dixon. Claude Scott, free lane, slams, but no dice. as they'll pull up here. 20 on the shot clock. Gilmore Cummings for three. No, does. Back the other way. That's James Evans on the rebound. Jason Arrington couldn't get the friendly bounce there.
I say the rim's not being kind to the Yellow Jackets so far. Early on, a couple of missed dunks. That three rims out, but it's going to go that time for Brandon Armistead, and now it's a 9-point game once again, 30-21. Steel City's got to be careful here not to underestimate their opponent. They're doing a nice job of hanging around.
8.5 gone in the first quarter. Claude Scott, foul line jumper, and it's just like you got to laugh at it right now as suddenly fortunes have changed. The rim is closed up a little bit for Steel City. Back the other way, that's O.T. Elmore for three, and he's certainly been the story early on for the Warlocks as they have gotten back, and it's now down to a 6-point game. That's Kenny Holmes, screened by Scott. Holmes driving. Gilmore Cummings for three. Ball in a cylinder. Jason Arrington tried to tap it back home, but now it's a reversal of fortune. O.T. Elmore. Long pass over Jason Armistead. That's Noah Jones. A little foul line jumper gets that to go.
Just like that, it's a 4-point game, but the Steel City Yellow Jackets need to make sure not to panic. I know the shots haven't been falling. A couple of them are rimmed down. It seems like they're not at all for the Warlocks, but
Jason Arrington, he'll go for the drive, and that's one way to get back in the game. And one for Jason Arrington.
There you go. Take those high percentage shots. And yeah, Arrington's going in the line now with potential for a 3-point play to extend this lead to 7.
And that foul on Rick Hill, his first, as now both teams now have 5 fouls apiece, 5 team fouls, that is. In is number 7, Giovanni Ellis.
I would say a free throw here would be key to stopping their momentum. And now it's only back to 7, but you do stop the bleeding a little bit there as we have a timeout.
Tonight's game is presented by Debonair Entertainment and Ardent Media, all in conjunction with 10 Talents International Studios.
Yeah, Debonair, our producer for tonight, giving us some nice compliments about our broadcasting skills so far. So that's always appreciated. You know, you talk about things that are going well for the Yellow Jackets. I mean, you can't complain. You got 33 points here. Still 2.5 to go in the first. And, you know, you only got a 7-point lead, but they've created a lot of good opportunities. And once those shots start falling, this lead could start growing.
Yes, it's certainly, again, as I said earlier, a reversal of fortune. Early, West Virginia couldn't buy a bucket. For a little bit, it seemed like Steel City couldn't do it. Really, the last couple 2 minutes before they started going on that little stretch, thanks to Jason Arrington, you were kind of worried right there as, It's a little bit weird because Steel City in this eventual 7-game, this is the 6th game of that 7th-game homestand, they've gotten out to poor starts early. It's a change, certainly, for Steel City as they're out in front, a 7-point lead, as O.T. Elmore on the drive, slow to roll. Back the other way, that's Matt Hill on the rebound. Swarmed by 3 Yellow Jackets, and they're going to call a travel on Rick Hill. He certainly does not like that foul at all.
So yeah, they call the travel on him. You know, he's going to argue with it, pick up the tee, and that's exactly the opposite of what West Virginia wants to do right now. Any kind of technicals or anything like that is just going to make this harder to come back.
I can count in the month of January seeing only 1 technical in all Yellow Jackets games during this homestand. We have seen 2 in the first period.
Yeah, I mean, he did not like that travel call. I mean, he turned around and said something to the ref, and there's no hesitation there on the tee.
And they really let things go here in the ABA. As I could tell you this funny story. Last week, the Yellow Jackets kind of did a penguin-like dive onto the floor with about 5 seconds left, and the referees let it go. It's certainly a funny thing whenever you're winning, so it's one thing. Inside, that's Tone Reddick back in the game for the Yellow Jackets. Missed last week's games. Could not make it out. Out now, Equipa watching his son play. Certainly always great to see the next generation going in, playing basketball. As Tone Reddick's at the line for the Yellow Jackets, his first one up, and that one's good.
The sound effects.
The ABA turns into and 1 here.
Not
so
able to
Reddick
get
goes
the second one.
Reddick splits the free throws and back the other way. That's Rick Hill over to Brandon Armistead. Armistead guarded by Darrell DJ Porter, the son of the Pittsburgh Panthers great. Noah Jones up top. That one is stolen by Giovanni Ellis. He'll go on the drive with Jones covering, and he goes, evades the pressure, and lays it in. Nice play by Giovanni Ellis.
Back to a 12-point lead now for the Yellow Jackets. This could be their time to go on a run.
They're starting that trap as Brandon Armistead airballs on the three.
Yeah, they forced Armistead into a tough shot there.
Quick inbound. That's Giovanni Ellis inside. Nice little play.
Great passing early on from the Yellow Jackets, leading to some easy points, and the lead's back up to 14.
Give the assist to Tone Reddick, because that's O.T. Elmore. A little bit of steps, you can argue there. That's number 15, Brian Irwin for three. That one doesn't go. Bunny's out. It's for Hill. Hill inside. Irwin. Irwin guarded by nice little turnaround jumper on the guard from Tone Reddick.
Yeah, nice little high percentage shot there within 5 feet, and the Warlocks just trying to get some points here to stop the bleeding.
So it's Holmes in the backcourt with Gilmore Cummings, as that's Darrell Porter for three. That one's off. Skying for the rebound. That's Tone Reddick. Giovanni Ellis, nice little 2-point, we'll call that 15-footer.
Yeah, I mean, it's all started by that hustle play by Tone Reddick, getting the rebound over 3 Warlocks players, and it's back to 14.
O.T. Elmore, up top Armistead. Irwin. Inside, it's Elmore. 35.8 seconds left in the first period.
Elmore going to go to the line, shooting 2. Elmore definitely pacing the Warlocks so far this game, and he's trying to keep them in it here with 2 free throws. It's back to a 12-point game, and West Virginia still hanging around.
Elmore certainly leading the way for West Virginia. We've seen a lot of players coming through and being the story for the Yellow Jackets. I could say Lewis last week for the Ohio Kings. He had a nice skying put-back dunk that certainly gave the Kings a little bit of energy, and it required Cummings and Holmes out on the floor for Steel City to make big plays. Excuse me. Gilmore Cummings subbed out for E.J. Blackwell.
It was very close to a 7-second violation, and there it is.
And they call a 7-second backcourt as the 3D light is shining for the Steel City Yellow Jackets.
This is your chance to need the Yellow Jackets to, I know they're going to try and get something on the outside, get a 4-point play, or something going on here. Definitely
Steel City Sting at it again for the Yellow Jackets. That full court trap. Patting it. Going inside, nice little play inside. That's DJ Porter for 2. Give the assist to Kenny Holmes, the 2018 ABA All-Star with the Atlanta Aliens as we end this first quarter of play. Steel City up 15, 45 to the Warlocks 30.
Nice end to the quarter there for the Yellow Jackets. I know when that 3D light is on, sometimes you have the urge to try and hit a 3, get a 4-point play. But if you can get 3 free points inside without having to shoot from outside of 15 feet, then that's always nice as well.
Yellow Jackets basketball is sponsored by Erie Insurance, all above in service. Flower City Printmakers, we provide signage, volume printing, and full-service copy center, all made with sustainably resourced materials. Flower City Printmakers, made with love. LM Insurance Agency, contact us for auto, home, life, commercial, business, workers' compensation, motorcycle, renters, recreational vehicles, boats, jewelry insurance, and more. LM Insurance Agency, building protection you can trust. Dev's Barbershops, located at 2012 Monongahela Avenue in Swissvale. And finally, a Giving Heart Community Center, the home of the Steel City Yellow Jackets and the home to the Education at Heart after-school program. For more information, go to agivingheart.org and like our Facebook page, A Giving Heart Community Center. Community starts with you.
Yeah, thanks as always to A Giving Heart Community Center for giving us a place to do this broadcast, and we're doing our best out here. Steel City doing their best, up by 15 here after 1:45:30.
As we start the game, it's Tyler Dodd for the Warlocks. Nice little steal on the post play there as Giovanni Ellis goes back the other way. Hangs in the air. They scramble for the rebound. DJ Porter crashes into someone on the bench. Ouch.
Okay, they're still able to retain possession.
Nice
Reset
little
the
hustle
shot
play
clock.
there. Giovanni Ellis, little Euro step. That one doesn't go. As that rebound goes to Brian Irwin, who was fighting with Porter for the rebound there. The fan is all right in the corner over there. Is back the other way on the air ball is Tone Reddick.
That was a heat check by O.T. Elmore.
He's cold right now. DJ Porter, nice little pass inside for the layup. And back the other way, O.T. Elmore. Will he try for the heat check again? Not this time. It's Brian Irwin. Irwin. Noah Jones on Porter. In the corner, that is Tyler Dodd, and that's an air ball. Back the other way, Kenny Holmes with the layup there. Nice little moves to the hoop.
Yeah, very strong move. Inside with 2 defenders on him, still able to convert. Now it's a 19-point lead. Steel City trying to get this one out of hand.
O.T. Elmore, another heat check. That one's off the front rim and out. DJ Porter back the other way. St. Francis of Brooklyn product passes to Giovanni Ellis. That one doesn't go.
I say O.T. probably feels like he's going to have to shoot this team back in the game. He's going to take one here.
He'll try that again. Contested by Reddick, and that one doesn't go.
When
he shakes
goes
his
cold,
head in disgust.
Yeah, I was saying when he goes cold, the Warlocks might be in trouble.
Over in the corner, E.J. Blackwell, step back 3. Yes, indeed.
You know, the lid might have been on the bucket for a couple of these shots, but that one was pretty.
Little James Harden-esque, Tyler Dodd. That one stolen by Darrell Porter as he'll go back the other way. Porter looking over. Porter in the corner. Nice little touch pass by Reddick over to Blackwell. That one doesn't go. Kenny Holmes saves it on the back tap by Porter.
He did end up stepping on the sideline there.
Quick inbounds. Tyler Dodd will bring it up over the timeline. Brian Irwin for 3. That one only touches the bottom of the net, but not going through.
I mean, from the right angle, that one might have went in, viewing it wise, but it was definitely an air ball, and it is a 22-point lead for Steel City.
TJ letting them hear it, certainly. E.J. Blackwell, Brian Akigabe in for Steel City. On the drive, E.J. Blackwell all alone on the wing and gets that to go.
You know what? That's the easiest way to get your shots to fall. When there's no one around you and you can take a second together, now it's a 25-point lead.
Blackwell, the catalyst to this winning streak, as he hit a game-winning 2-point shot against the Cleveland Blazers on November 30th. And that's Blackwell. Inside pass for Reddick, and that's out of bounds. Ball will remain with Steel City.
Tough break for Rick Hill there on the other end. He had a point-blank shot to try and at least stop the bleeding, but it is still going on for the Yellow Jackets.
Akigabe over to Porter for 3 on the wing. Yes, indeed.
Yellow
A splash
Jackets,
for Porter.
yeah, finding their rhythm, and West Virginia is officially in trouble.
28-point lead for Steel City. Trapped in the corner. Long pass. That is Tone Reddick. He'll give it up to Kenny Holmes. He wants to go to... Nice little passing over there in the corner. Reddick. That one doesn't go off the top of the rim, and that's out of bounds. Top of the basket, excuse me.
That was a roller coaster of possession. It went from a fast break to a highlight reel potential to missing the 3 and a turnover.
Kenny Holmes wanted to do that again on a fast break last week. He was looking to pass even on a fast break. He was hoping for a trailer. He went for the 2 anyway. He likes to do that. He loves to spread the wealth, really. A true point guard. So it's Armistead guarded by Reddick. Up top, O.T. Elmore, who was hot in the first quarter, but not so far. Trapped and long lead pass. It's a 2-man break, but Reddick can't handle that.
Yeah, that one just a little bit too far out ahead of him. And O.T. Elmore.
And that's a media timeout there.
You know, the Warlocks, they've run out of gas, so to speak. They've run out of their hot streak that O.T. Elmore was giving them. Once he went cold, missed 3 threes in a row, this lead ballooned from 12 to 28 in a hurry.
He certainly does not have what they call in NBA 2K the microwave badge, in which you could be hot at any time. You could be hot in between quarters.
I think he had the heat check. He had the one from 30 feet or whatever that was. Then he checked to see if he was still hot. He missed that. And then after that, he was trying to keep shooting to get back into the hot zone.
That's just the way it goes, folks.
I mean, the Yellow Jackets seem like the lid's been on the basket for him for a lot of these shots, but they've gotten some wide open looks, gotten them to fall, and once you start seeing them fall, then they all come in threes.
And again, when you're the number 4 team in the nation, you're expected to dominate, especially at home in this league. It's like every other basketball league, really any sports league in America, around the world, really. When you're at home, it's where you show out.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be tough for the Warlocks. Well, one, to come back because they're 28 points down, but also, they're running a short bench of only 3 players, so you're going to have some tired people out there, and so if you just keep running up and down the court like the Yellow Jackets do well, it's going to keep snowballing.
So it's Dodd on the inbounds. Inside, that's Rick Hill. Rick Hill posting up a Kigube. That's not a guy you want to post. And he knows that, so he passes it out to Elmore. Elmore, a little too fading, contested. No Dice gets some rebound. Off the side of the backboard. He wanted to foul there. Back the other way. Tone Reddick. As he's held. And he'll go to the line there in the act of shooting.
Yeah, O.T. Elmore still talking to the ref after that when he was looking for a foul. He just wants something to go his way now. He's definitely gone ice cold for the Warlocks.
Interesting thing, I was told by Warlocks head coach Mike Lane that they have a 50-year-old playing in this game. I do not know who it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is. We're not going to speculate, but...
We're journalists. We do not do that.
Yes, exactly.
We don't do that here. So it's Reddick. Second shot up. And he gets that one to go. A 30-point lead for the Steel City Yellow Jackets. 4.5 gone in the second quarter. That's Matt Miller, stolen by Kenny Holmes. He'll look to pass here. He wanted to go behind the back to Reddick. No dice as that went off a Warlock, and it'll remain Yellow Jacket ball.
Yeah, Brendan Armistead had that behind the back pass covered all the way there. And at least Yellow Jackets get to retain possession here. You can tell that some of these Warlocks players are getting a little gassed.
And that's a 3. Tone Reddick, no dice there. Inside, nice little follow-up by Akigube. And he's been the interior man for the Steel City Yellow Jackets when he has played. Post-ups, nice little inside rebounds, follow-up chances. It's Akigube's world when you're down in his post area of the block.
And after that bucket, the Warlocks were shaking their head. They get a little bit back there on the 3 by Brandon Armistead, but it's still a 29-point game.
So it's Kenny Holmes. He'll pull up for 3. All those passes, I guess he was just trying to get his momentum meter up as that one goes.
Yeah, the Warlocks are looking kind of dejected now. Nice move on the fast break there to draw the contact. He's going to go up for 2.
Yes, Tyler Dodd. He went coast to coast there a little bit.
Just trying to get something going for West Virginia here, down by 32 points now. Especially, like we said, running only 3 people on your bench. You're tired. You're down by 30 points. It's hard to kind of keep that edge that maybe you had in the first quarter.
And as you see on the scoreboard, first foul of Kigube in this game. His first foul, team foul number 1. Checking out for the Warlocks is number 30, Matt Miller. Coming in is number 15, Brian Irwin, as that one goes for the Warlocks, and it's back down to a 30-point game.
Back down to 30 points.
BJ Porter over to Kenny Holmes. Will he try again? Rolls out. And they're saying ball goes to West Virginia. That looks like it was out of bounds.
Yeah, it's hard to see some of those plays that are along this baseline.
As they could see us right there.
Yeah, hey, you can see us up here. It's hard to see those plays that are right there.
It's Armistead. Falls down. A push, and they'll call that on Kenny Holmes. That's his second foul. Team foul number 2 for the Yellow Jackets. Rick Hill blocked by Darrell Porter. Crossways pass. That's E.J. Blackwell for 3. Yes, indeed.
A nice pass there by Tone Reddick. He's holding up the 3s.
Wanting to try anything, that's Armistead, no dice. He follows up his rebound with a nice little layup on the baseline. Long rebound. Works out for Brandon Armistead.
He got a high five from one of the Yellow Jackets players on his way back there.
Nice little hustle. It's Kenny Holmes, as the Steel City certainly liking the way they came out, liking the way they looked early. EJ Blackwell, inside pass, DJ Porter gets the friendly roll and in. Long pass, Brandon Armistead, he'll pull up. Wanted a foul, no dice. Warlocks get it. Tapped inside by O.T. Elmore over the hill. Can he finish? No, he can't, because the interior denier, Brian Akigabe, but they call foul.
That was a nice play by O.T. Elmore to keep that one alive. The Yellow Jackets got a lot of their bench players out there now, so the Warlocks, if they're going to make a comeback, they got to get something before the half here. If you go into the half down 40 or more, it's going to be a tough mountain to climb.
Akigabe didn't agree with that foul, but that's just the way it is sometimes in basketball. Even when you defend well, you're at the referee's mercy as the first one goes for Rick Hill. Ajani Agbana checks in for DJ Porter. So Steel City will go with a four-guard lineup here. Reddick inside, gets it to go, and one.
Yeah, Steel City not letting up on the gas here. I mentioned maybe some of their bench players are out there, but Steel City's got a pretty deep team. They're running how many people on their bench there? At least 8 or 9 players. They've got talent for days, and it shows when they're ranked 4th in the power rankings.
The blessing of being at home in the ABA.
That too.
But Steel City travels well as well. O.T. Elmore, he's been out all game. Pass outside Armistead, yes, that one goes.
O.T. Elmore, he may have the cold hand himself right now, but he can still get it to his teammates for some points.
Dimer activated as that's Ajani Agbana. His dimer activated as well for Tone Reddick. Sorry if I'm losing you here. I'm giving you a little bit of NBA 2K things. But it's my favorite thing to say.
It's looking like 2K out there with some of these passes.
Like we're playing at the park. That's O.T. Elmore for free contested. Reddick bounces high. That one's off. And you can credit the rebound to E.J. Blackwell. Over to Tone Reddick. Little in-air body control. That one doesn't go. Kenny Holmes in the corner. Kenny Holmes skying is E.J. Blackwell, but that goes to Brian Irwin, yes. Tapped out by Holmes, but the ball continues. Noah Jones tried to go for 2.
Yeah, I was saying the Yellow Jackets getting a little bit of I don't know if you want to call it a second win. They are up by 33 points here, but, they're showing a lot of energy here, crashing the boards, trying to get some highlight reel plays, looking to finish this first half strong.
That's really Steel City's MO. They capitalize on a lot of those energy plays, hustle plays.
And when you have such a deep team, especially being here at home, when you get some of those extra bodies.
There's Jason Hustle back the other way. And it's Reddick for the 2.
When you get these extra bodies, when you get these key players some rest.
Reddick skies for the rebound. That's Kenny Holmes. Spin, but it's stolen by Jones.
These starters get some rest and they do stuff like that.
Over to Elmore. He'll get the easy layup there.
People like Reddick, they're getting some really high energy plays, benefiting from that rest.
That's why he's team MVP. That's why he's a 3-time dunk champion. Or excuse me, 3-time ABA All-Star, 2-time dunk champion.
Yeah, come on now, get it right. Either way, he's been a great player for the Yellow Jackets and a great player for the league as a whole.
You making fun of me?
No. I'm sure if he was watching the broadcast, he would want you to make sure you get it right. 3-time All-Star, 2-time dunk champion. He's got to earn that 3rd one.
Oh my gosh. As you can see, we're having fun in the booth tonight.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets are having fun. A 33-point lead here with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. The Warlocks, they hung around after the first. I think it was only a 12-point lead at that point. Outscoring them by 21 here in the second quarter. The Yellow Jackets starting to play their game and play it well.
Tonight's game presented by Debonair Entertainment and Ardent Media, all in conjunction with 10 Talents International Studios.
Always a fun time here at the Giving Heart Community Center. I'm glad I could join our friend Tyler here for at least one of these broadcasts. You do a good job, Tyler.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it as the former sports anchor for WEEI.
I was at WEVV in Evansville,
EVV.
Indiana. Yeah, I was their sports anchor reporter. So, but you're the radio guy. I'm the TV guy.
You kind of have to be everything today, Nick. Brandon Armistead gets his own tap out, and that one doesn't go. Over to Brian Irwin. Blocked by Akigbe. Armistead gets it back, 3 in a corner. That one off the front rim.
Couple chances there for the Warlocks, not able to capitalize.
Ajani Akbana inside. That's Jason Arrington. Over to Akigbe. Nice little two-man game as the assist to Arrington and a bucket by Akigbe. Stolen by Akbana. Little flashy pass there, no one home. And this is O.T. Elmore. O.T. Elmore ignores the pressure by Akigbe going for the block and gets that one to go. Elmore has certainly made a couple nice plays, and the problem is the Warlocks need more of those. Because that's Arrington in the corner. That one doesn't go. Rebound Elmore. Almost stolen by Arrington, but it's out of the backcourt there. 4-on-5 basketball. Elmore trying to check his shoe. And that one's out of bounds. Belonged to the Warlocks. Mass substitution, well, about as mass as you can get.
They cleared the bench. 3 people coming in for the Warlocks.
In the game for the Yellow Jackets is number 15, Justin Hamilton, the Penn State Greater Allegheny product. Nice little contest on Hill. The follow-up and one for Matt Miller.
Yeah, that was Miller. He's coming off the bench with a potential 3-point play here. Warlocks need a lot of those impact plays, especially here in these last 2 minutes, to try and keep it reasonable going into halftime.
2:12 remaining in the half. As that one goes for Matt Miller, and it's a 30-point game in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Ajani Agbana tried to go for the lob inside. That's Reddick. Gets it back out. Kenny Holmes over to Jason Arrington. One more pass. Agbana for 3. That one doesn't go. Holmes races over, throws that one up, and it's that one Warlock hands. And they'll call a reach in on Tone Reddick.
Yeah, and I mean, at the start of that possession, they lobbed him in between 3 people there, trying to get something going. And I mean, that's how you can tell they're feeling it here with the passing tonight.
Steel City trap in order. Skying over. One more pass, Arrington. And that's a nice little cleanup by Reddick as he couldn't get the lob.
But he got the 3-point play. The 3D light was on. That one was in the backcourt.
Steel City aggressive. Picking at the hands of the Warlocks, trying to get the ball back, create easy buckets, and that's the Steel City MO. Even whenever you break the trap, you still have to be alert with the ball.
And I mean, the Yellow Jackets trying to go for the nail in the coffin here, trying to put this one away before the half. They're already up by 33 points, looking to make it more.
I think the nail's already in. They're trying to go for 200. Reddick in the corner. Can he get that one to go? Yes, he can.
Hey, you never know in the NBA. You can score points in bunches, but yeah, they are approaching that 200 pace.
Dodd inside Hill, guarded by Hamilton. Hill, post spin. That one doesn't go. Kenny Holmes gets that one. Reddick again for 3 on the wing. No dice. Tapped over to Holmes for the 2. Reddick wanted that one, but it goes over to Armistead. He's doubled. Kenny Holmes and Reddick. And they get the ball. Rolling inbound. Hut to Kenny Holmes.
That's a goaltend.
They aren't calling that a goaltend. So they'll call it a chase down on Tyler Dodd.
I think that ball was on its way down. A nice play to hike it between his legs for the fast break pass. I thought that one might have counted on the goaltend, but instead he's shooting 2.
Harlem Globetrotters, they are not, but it's still entertaining.
Hey, we got the best view if that's a goaltender now. We're like looking right at the basket right here, and it looked like it was on its way down. But that's okay. When you're up by 38 points, it's hard to argue.
Partner, I agree with you. I really do. I really do.
But if you're going for 200, then you got to argue for every point there.
Hey, maybe in the future we can get instant replay. Coach's challenge. Off the front rim. The second free throw. And they call over to back there. 36.6 remaining in the half.
From what I've seen from the coach's challenge in the NBA, it seemed like it was more of a, here, let's make you feel like you're in control here in the last 2 minutes, because they haven't overturned too many of those calls, and one challenge isn't going to do much. Anyway, 39-point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
Dodd over to Irwin. Jones evades Hamilton and gets the 2.
Yellow Jackets in danger of not having a 40-point lead here at halftime.
Under 20 seconds left. First half.
3 here would
Shot
do it.
clock off. So they'll hold for the final basket. Tone Reddick. Straight away, that's Jason Arrington.
4 seconds.
Jason Arrington will drive. 3 at the half. That one doesn't go for Tone Reddick, as that'll end the first half of play.
Yeah, only a 37-point lead for the Yellow Jackets here after that one doesn't go, but pretty sizable margin here, and a nice first half from Steel City.
So certainly, who do you believe is the player to have for the Yellow Jackets?
You know, for the Yellow Jackets, there's several players who've had a lot of high-energy plays. I mean, you've heard Tone Reddick's name called quite a bit, especially crashing the boards. But, you know, Jason Arrington, a little bit of everybody. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's hard to pick one person when everyone's sharing the ball so well. I mean, you put up 88 points in the first half. It's not one person, it's everybody doing well.
Well, certainly one guy you have to give it for the Warlocks is O.T. Elmore.
Yeah, O.T. Elmore definitely the MVP of the first half for the Warlocks. Not too much going their way today, but O.T. Elmore, especially early on in that first half of the second quarter, definitely playing well.
So what do you say to the Yellow Jackets with this first half? And really, what else can you say? It's other than great job, keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, when you're up by 37 points, you don't really have to worry too much about a comeback, so it's basically just play your game. You can have fun with it a little bit. Don't give them any reason to come back, because if you let this one slip away, people are never going to let you live that down. So basically just play your game and don't give the Warlocks any reason to have hope.
Well, partner, again, a 37-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. We hope to see that again next week for the Yellow Jackets, as they have a big game coming up next week. It's on January 25th. The Baltimore Hawks, the number 6 team on the ABA Power Rankings, first in the Mid-Atlantic Division, come to a Giving Heart Community Center.
Yeah, and I mean, the Yellow Jackets themselves ranked number 4, so you're going to have a top 6 matchup in this building. That's why we talked a little bit about maybe it being a trap game early on. And, you know, the Warlocks were hanging around after the first quarter, and you might have thought the Yellow Jackets would get off to a bigger start, but they certainly did in the second quarter and extended that lead.
We're in commercial. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. We'll go to commercial here. Again, it's Steel City 88, the West Virginia Warlocks 51. Thank you for tuning in on Debonair Entertainment and the Steel City Yellow Jackets Facebook page.
Or a loved one needs some extra assistance in your home? Are you looking for services that may help them regain their independence? Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems is a licensed, insured, and bonded home healthcare agency. Our goal is to provide quality home healthcare services that maintain your sense of dignity and quality of life in the familiar and comfortable environment of your own home. For more information, call us at 1-888-578-9890. Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems, where loving kindness is at the heart of all we do.
welcome you back to the booth here at a Giving Heart Community Center in the neighborhood of Mount Oliver in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. ABA action, Steel City Yellow Jackets up 88-51 over the West Virginia Warlocks. And partner, certainly an enjoyable halftime there.
Yeah, and I would say you're definitely enjoying the halftime if you are the Yellow Jackets. Not so much if you're the Warlocks. It's tough to travel anywhere in the ABA, but then to come here and be down by 37, it definitely stings a little bit, but they're going to look to try and start the second half a little bit better.
And certainly, if you want to come and see some of the best basketball action here in Pittsburgh, come on down to a Giving Heart Community Center. $5 tickets for kids, $10 for adults, the best value in Pittsburgh.
Everyone loves scoring in basketball, and you're definitely going to see a lot of scoring here. I mean, the Yellow Jackets are going to be approaching 200 points this game.
And that's Gilmore Cummings over to Kenny Holmes. Kenny Holmes, he'll pull for three again. That one off rim. Rebound, Jason Arrington. Back up top, that's Gilmore Cummings for three. That one is a go. Tipped by Reddick, and it's back under the control of Brandon Armistead for West Virginia.
Reddick with the full court
Long
press there,
over,
able to get it
OT
up.
Elmore alone in the corner. That one doesn't go. Taps it out. Nice little pass inside Jones. One more to Brian Irwin for three. That one goes. And
Hand injury there, bucket still counts.
It's Rick Hill. A little bit hurt. Matt Miller will come in for him. That's a drive on Reddick. Nice little two-point play.
That's not good for the Warlocks. They're already running a short bench of only two people. You got one person in sweatpants. So really only two people now, one person coming off the bench.
Inside Miller over Arrington gets it to go.
The Yellow Jackets keeping up the pressure here.
So back the other way, it's Kenny Holmes. Jason Arrington. Foul line pass over to Gilmore Cummings. Wanted to go in the corner for Holmes. Defended nicely by West Virginia. Claude Scott wasn't ready for it. Now he's ready for it. Inside, nice little two-man game to Tone Reddick. And that's Noah Jones. Stolen off the glass. Another pass. And can you call that an assist?
I mean, whatever he was going for there, it didn't work out.
He wanted to go off the glass for the lob. He wanted me to go Chris Smooth, but I couldn't give it to him. OT Elmore. On the baseline, Armistead. And they call a push. On Gilmore Cummings, that's his second foul. Over in the corner, Irwin for three, bounces high and out. As Gilmore Cummings gets the ball over the timeline, 18 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, that's Kenny Holmes. Inside, Claude Scott. Guarded by Jones. Cutting on the baseline is Jason Arrington for two.
And over on the Warlocks bench, Rick Hill having a hard time moving around out there. They're only running one person on their bench.
Back the other way, that's a Reddick shot. Armistead, excuse me, gets the two. So it's Kenny Holmes.
Yeah, despite all this, the Warlocks still hanging around. 42-point game right now.
Yellow Jackets on 100. In the corner, Gilmore Cummings for three. That one doesn't go. Skying is Jason Arrington. Second effort. Gets the ball back, and he'll just reset here as Kenny Holmes, 19 on the shot clock. Holmes, floater alert. That one doesn't go, and the rebound is Brian Irwin's to grab. Noah Jones going back. Irwin, OT Elmore. Got a little too cute there, and back the other way. That's Tone Reddick. Elmore doesn't like that play.
Yeah, he's still sitting on the ground. He's looking for the foul call there.
Matt Miller over to OT Elmore. As that time he'll get it to go.
Yeah, once he did finally decide to stand up, he was there for the put-in.
As Gary Thorne said, off the floor on the boards. Slowing down the Yellow Jackets.
60.
That's 102-60. Jason Arrington contested for 3. That one doesn't go. Rebound, Kenny Holmes. Kenny Holmes. Little dribble moves there. Gilmore Cummings on the drive. Inside to Claude Scott. 2-man game again for the Yellow Jackets. He gets that one to go.
Yeah, nice tiptoeing there on the baseline by Kenny Holmes. That kept that play alive.
So a 2-1-2 forecheck for the Yellow Jackets. It's back the other way. That's Claude Scott. Nice lay in there.
Was on. 3-point play.
All four men in the backcourt for the Yellow Jackets going for another 3D light. And there's substitutions going on as James Evans will go in for the Yellow Jackets. In for Jason Arrington. Actually, that'll be the under 8 media timeout.
Yeah, I was going to say, they can only make one substitution there for the Warlocks, so we'll see how this plays out. I mean, as the lead keeps growing, and especially with this high energy that the Yellow Jackets are playing with, I mean, I'm not an odds man, but it's not looking good for the Warlocks.
You say you're not an odds man, meanwhile you got the FanDuel Sports app.
This would be one of those games where you would have to bet like $2,000 to make $1 or something like that. I don't think the odds go that high, but it's going to be out of reach soon. Well, okay, it is out of reach. I shouldn't say that.
Partisan as always. Anyway, tonight's game is presented by Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems. Personalized patient care is what sets Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems apart. Our concierge services provide private home-based long-term health care as unique as you are. Is back on the other way, that's Brian Irwin. And that's a foul.
I say nice pass on the inbound there from O.T. Elmore. I mean, he played very well in the first half. Cooled off a little bit toward the end of the second quarter, but still playing well for the team overall. You know, he's not going to give up. This team's not going to give up. I mean, they came a decent ways away. They're not going to just give up here in the third quarter. Going to the line, Brian Irwin. Going to knock down the first one. It's a 46-point game right now.
To continue the ad read, our concierge services provide private, home-based long-term health care as unique as you are. We have the knowledge, experience, and compassion necessary to help guide you to the best home health services available. Loving Kindness Healthcare Systems, where loving kindness is at the heart of all we do. Skying steal by Tone Reddick inside. Jason Arrington doesn't get the roll. And back the other way, that's Tyler Dodd for the West Virginia Warlocks. Hounded by Jason Arrington going for the back steal. And he follows to the hoop and gets that to go.
Yeah, nice move there from Tyler Dodd. Flashing a little bit of his own athleticism there.
He's certainly the most athletic Tyler here tonight.
Don't sell yourself short, Tyler.
All right, we won't sell that Tyler short. He'll go in the corner. Dodd, that's an air ball though. So back the other way, Kenny Holmes. Over in the corner, Tone Reddick for 3, splash!
Reddick still staying hot, even here in the third quarter with things out of hand.
And that's a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, got the push, got tripped up.
And no call it on Jason Arrington. That's his third foul. So entering the game, as Steel City will seemingly go to a 3-guard set here. On the floor, number 0, Kenny Holmes. Number 6, Mike Dixon. Number 2, Gilmore Scott. Number 1, Tone Reddick. And number 10, James Evans. So you can call it 3 guards, 1 forward, or 2 forwards, really.
And this one makes, the Yellow Jackets so tough. They have so much speed and athleticism, especially when you run these 3-guard sets, that it makes it very tough to keep up the pace, and leads can balloon quickly.
And Elmore gets both to go. So back the other way, it's Mike Dixon. Over to James Evans. Cross court, Tone Reddick for 3. That one rolls out. Rebound, Brian Irwin. Tyler Dodd. Armistead Back to Armistead for 3. That one doesn't go. Tapped out the Holmes. Holmes going back the other way. He's got Reddick, but nicely guarded by Brandon Armistead.
Yeah, you know, the Warlocks may be down by almost 60, but they're not going to let him style on him.
Kenny Holmes inside. That's James Evans. The former South Florida Gold product has it stripped away. Back the other way, Brandon Armistead. Nice little kiss off the glass for 2.
Yeah, that fast break started by O.T. Elmore. Hey, he's still playing well for this Warlocks team.
Get the D back the other way. That's Kenny Holmes. Over in the corner. One more pass. Gilmore Cummings for 3. That one doesn't go. Skying is James Evans. Back to Cummings. He'll try again. That one doesn't go. Kenny Holmes gets the ball back. That's Mike Dixon inside. Tone Reddick. Another pass to Gilmore Cummings. That one doesn't go. And back the other way, Tyler Dodd. Stolen by Mike Dixon as they fight for the ball. Slaps it off a Yellow Jacket. That's Kenny Holmes going back the other way. He'll go for 3. That one doesn't go. Tapping it, Gilmore Cummings on the elbow. Over to Kenny Holmes, trailing James Evans. Over Irwin. Back up to Mike Dixon for 3. That one off the side of the rim. Out of bounds, Tone Reddick, and a little bit of a helter-skelter moment there, especially for your commentator.
Yeah, spaghetti all over the place, as they say on the court there. And I think that's the longest that either team has gone without scoring a point. It's 112-68 here with 4:47 left in the third quarter.
Right now, Rick Hill is on the bench. He seems like he could go in, but we'll find out for the rest of this game. Certainly for the Warlocks, with 3 players on the bench, it's all hands on deck. If you can go, you're going to go. Off the foot of Jones. No kick ball. Holmes, one more pass inside James Evans. He'll go to the hoop and gets the 2.
That's a 3. The 3D light was on. That was a turnover in the backcourt.
Kenny Holmes, long pass on to Tone Reddick. Over to Gilmore Cummings. Reddick on the wing once to Cummings for 3. That one doesn't go. And back the other way, Miller cherry picking O.T. Elmore. One more pass. Irwin wasn't ready for it, but he still gets it to go. So it's Kenny Holmes. Kenny Holmes going for it and gets it.
O.T. Elmore with the ball now.
O.T. Elmore off the glass. Nice little play there.
Yeah, Elmore still scoring points for this team. We don't have an official count, but he's got to be close to half of these teams' points.
His last name's Elmore. Where's Gumball? For 3, Gilmore Cummings. Armistead, guarded by Dixon. Armistead to the hole anyway and gets it to go.
You know, we talk so much about O.T. Elmore and how well he's played, but at the end of the day, Happy Gilmore accomplished that feat less than an hour ago. So
We got jokes, people. We got jokes. Kenny Holmes. James Evans, he wants to join the 3 parade. That one doesn't go. Back the other way, Matt Miller. Circles to Irwin. Irwin guarded by the smaller Mike Dixon. He'll sky over him. That one doesn't go. Nice little competitiveness by Mike Dixon. Back the other way, Kenny Holmes. Over to Tone Reddick. Tone Reddick driving over Miller, gets that to go.
You know, you're not going to get many commentators as hype as Tyler Polk here. He will get up out of his seat. Sure, maybe it's because he can't see what's here on the baseline, but
Irwin over Dixon for 3.
Let's just think it's because he's so hype about it.
They can see me on Facebook Live. I see all the ways. Thank you for attending the watch party on my channel. Back the other way. Nice little spin to win for Kenny Holmes. So it's Irwin. Miller wanting it, got it late. Now it's Dixon over there. Nice defense. And over there, Irwin suddenly doesn't like that. That's O.T. Elmore in the corner, and he'll get that one to go. If you leave him open, he'll take it.
Hey, man, the Warlocks may be down by 44, but Elmore's got his, so.
Yeah, the amazing adventures of Elmore. Inside Dixon, nice little floater alert to get it to go. OT Elmore, Dixon doesn't want him scoring anymore. OT Elmore, little moves right over there. Reddick wants the steal on Armistead, no dice. Armistead on Cummings, Armistead off the glass, no dice. Long lead pass, tapped over to Holmes. Holmes, he'll go for the 2, nice. Little in-air body control for the 2. Irwin inside, that's Miller, blocked, but a foul.
No, I think they're going to call that one a goaltend, yeah. That one was on the way into the cylinder. So 2 points for the Warlocks on that one.
A little bit overexcited there.
Yeah.
I want to go for the. I want to hear the block every time, man.
No, I was just a little bit late on that one.
That's
it was
just
close,
the way
though.
it goes. And other Red Dead Redemption songs. Back the other way is Mike Dixon. James Evans, he'll pull for 3. And yes, he gets it to go. 3 goggles up for James Evans. Matt Miller. OT Elmore, another heat check. He'll go for it. Almost got that one to go. Tapped over to Irwin. Tapped off the rim. Irwin one more time, and he'll get that one to go.
Yeah, nice job by Irwin. Yeah, using his size there to get a couple of offensive rebounds.
E.J. Blackwell, 47 seconds left in the third quarter. And that's DJ Porter with the 2.
Yeah, that one's like butter there from 10 feet out.
Elmore to Irwin. Inside Armistead, nice little spin post move and gets that one to go.
That was a hard foul there. Nice job of keeping his balance and getting the and one.
That's an and one. Yes, it is. It's an and one.
Well, it's not an and one yet. Potential for an and one.
Third foul on James Evans. 24.6 left in the third period.
All right. It's not an and one.
It's just 2. Behind the back pass, Evans, the trailer for 3. That's his area where he likes to shoot. He's not afraid to take those long threes as the trailer. Stolen by Agbana, touches it off his feet, and that'll remain a Warlock ball.
Yeah, nice hustle there from Agbana to almost keep that one in bounds.
Elmore for 3. Off the glass, an Adam Sandler shot.
Hey, you know what? They may be down by a lot, but the bank's open.
Long lead, almost gets it to go. Is DJ Porter. That one off the glass and hit rim, and certainly would have got the crowd hyped if that one goes. But that's the end of the third period. Steel City 133, the West Virginia Warlocks 89.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to get 200 points in this game, but I think overall they're pretty happy with how it started so far. 133 points through 3 quarters. Steel City, I think the thing they've done the best is their passing. They're getting a lot of easy looks from good ball movement, definitely using their athleticism to their advantage.
And certainly, at least for West Virginia, it really begins and ends with OT Elmore. You have to give him a lot of respect because he's shown no fear. A little bit of cherry picking here and there, but hey, it's the ABA.
Hey man, when you only got one person on your bench, well, 2 people now. It looks like Rick Hill came back in there. Sometimes you got to cherry pick a little bit. Gets a little tiring being out there for the entire game.
Yes, and you see one man in sweats. I can't get that player perfectly. I can't see his number. I can't tell who that is, but I guess he's done. So anyway, quick inbound. DJ Porter, EJ Blackwell. DJ to EJ. EJ inside, nice little 2. Off the glass.
Easy buckets for the Steel City Yellow Jackets.
So it's Irwin, guarded by Evans. He'll pull for 3 and gets that to go. A 3 for Brian Irwin. Steel City back up quickly. James Evans on the baseline. Gets that to go and the foul as he was held a little bit by Rick Hill, who's back in after a little bit of an injury scare.
Yeah, I mean, he's still limping out there a little bit, but he's going to do his best. I mean, they don't have too many bodies to play with, so he's trying to give his guys a little bit of rest.
Evans, certainly a respect for Hill, certainly a warrior here tonight.
Hey, I mean, the Warlocks still hanging in there. I mean,
that one doesn't bounce, so he doesn't complete the and one. So it's Irwin back the other way for West Virginia, guarded by Evans. Back over O.T. Elmore. He's holding the ball. Inside pass, Armistead for 2. That's good.
Nice jumper there, 137-94. Man, I can't remember the last time O.T. Elmore was out of the game.
He's played all game. Akbana, that one doesn't go. So it's Irwin. I don't remember Irwin leading either. Or Armistead, really, maybe for a short break. Foul trouble, stolen by Mike Dixon on the breakaway. Dixon will lay it in.
That one still in the front court, so no 3D light, but 2 points is 2 points.
Irwin, he'll pull for 3. Over Evans, still gets it to go. You just got to tip your cap there if you're James Evans. That ball won't go off the foot of Armistead and out of bounds.
West Virginia hanging in there. A couple threes by Brian Irwin. I don't think Elmore had one this one, but I mean, they're hanging in there, Irwin, trying to keep him in the game. I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's a 42-point game now.
A minute and a half gone.
Yeah, we're running out of time here in the fourth quarter.
Inside, nice play by E.J. Blackwell.
Steel City's going to need this next week when they take on Baltimore. They're going to need this precision
So a little
passing.
bit of a mishap by Irwin on the inbounds there, and a free possession for Steel City, and the 3D light is on. Akbana on the baseline driving, couldn't get that one to go. Saved by James Evans, and O.T. Elmore will get an easy breakaway. James Evans, the unofficial assist there. It's just the things that happen when you go to save the ball.
Yeah, O.T. Elmore
Not happy with it.
Had to work for every bucket.
On the wing for 3. That one doesn't go.
Elmore's had to work for every bucket tonight, but that breakaway one was probably the easiest.
Irwin contested. That one doesn't go. 4-on-2 break. But it's knocked away by Irwin, and back the other way goes the West Virginia Warlocks. Stop and pop 3 for Elmore. That one off the top of the rim, top of the backboard, and out of bounds. So in case you're joining us, Ty Polk,
I'm Nick Ruffalo.
Ruffalo.
Yeah, it's been a fun one. I mean, like we said earlier, if you want to see some good basketball, high scoring, 141 so far for the Yellow Jackets. Next week, it's going to be a big one. Baltimore Hawks coming into town, a top 6 matchup in the ABA.
Number 1 in the Mid-Atlantic Division. That's where these Warlocks reside. They're 18th. And certainly, maybe in a few years, they could say they could be at the top of the league. Back the other way, Irwin for 3. That one goes.
Hey, Irwin's heating up here in the second half.
They certainly got guys. It's just really, can they attend? That's a question with ABA road games. DJ Porter for 3. That one goes.
Steel City's done a nice job. Any kind of momentum that the Warlocks might have gotten this game, they've been quick to squash it.
So it's Irwin, contested 3 over Akigabe, and it doesn't matter.
He's feeling it right now. We're going to see a heat check here. He's probably going to take it up and try it from 30 feet out.
E.J. Blackwell, you don't want that man heat checking as he goes all the way for the 2.
Give it back to Irwin. They're watching him.
No flex zone for him. Armistead stolen by E.J. Blackwell. He'll go all the way, loses control of the ball over to Dixon, and that's a foul.
Nice hustle to disrupt that by Tyler Dodd. Keeping the fast break off the board, but, O.T. Elmore was hot in the first half. Brian Irwin hot in the second half.
If you're joining us on Facebook, we'd like to thank Debonair Entertainment and Art Dent Media, all in conjunction with 10 Talents International Studios, for bringing us this game on the Yellow Jackets Basketball Network.
We're having a fun time here at the Giving Heart Community Center. Always great to come out here and enjoy some ABA action.
Always great to call it with you. Back the other way, Armistead. He'll try for 3 over Porter. That one hits the side of the backboard and out. Giovanni Ellis driving, number 7 for the Yellow Jackets, and gets that one to go.
The Yellow Jackets have hit a decent amount of threes this game, but I'd love to see the
So
points.
it's Irwin, guarded by Akigabe, the biggest man on the floor. Akigabe. And Irwin, certainly, he's been battling Akigabe is he's normally an interior defender, but he's out on the perimeter against Irwin. That has to be something. I mean, I know head coach Ace Pippins loves to switch up defensive coverages. It really gets people off their game, but it's rare to see primarily a post player out on the perimeter.
I think it's because of Irwin's size. He was getting a couple of easy looks out there on the perimeter, even with the hand in his face, because he can shoot over him. But they're trying to prevent that a little bit, prevent him from getting out to the edge.
Dixon was originally guarding him. That one doesn't go. Back the other way. In is Jimmy Corder. That's the man in sweats. Long pass. That's Porter inside Akigabe. Post moves, post moves. Another shot goes up. The baby hook for Akigabe.
And as I was saying earlier, like I'd love to see the points in the paint differential for this game.
Tyler Dodd, why not? His name's Tyler, so is mine. And back the other way, E.J. Blackwell, skip pass over. And a nice little aerial pass to Giovanni Ellis for the 2. And it's now a 50-point game as we make the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Long 3, and that one goes for Brian Irwin, who has caught fire in this fourth quarter.
I know it's not going well for the Warlocks, but he has definitely caught fire.
They've had individual efforts. If it can combine to a team effort, you never know. Irwin, one more time.
No, not that
That
time.
one doesn't go. And back the other way, Dixon over to Porter. Inside pass. Akigabe. Half post up, half spin. Draws the foul.
And Brian Irwin, he couldn't miss. He had to just check to see if that was still going on. Irwin and Elmore definitely leading the way for the Warlocks.
And that's a timeout for the West Virginia Warlocks. So Yellow Jackets basketball is sponsored by Erie Insurance, all above in service. Flower City Printmakers, we provide signage, volume printing, and full-service copy center, all made with sustainably resourced materials. Flower City Printmakers, made with love. LM Insurance Agency, contact us for auto, home, life, commercial business, workers' compensation, motorcycle, renters, recreational vehicles, boat, jewelry insurance, and more. LM Insurance Agency, building protection you can trust. Dev's Barbershop, located at 2012 Monongahela Avenue in Swissvale. And the home of the Yellow Jackets, a Giving Heart Community Center, and the home to the Education at Heart after-school program. For more information, go to agivingheart.org and like our Facebook page, A Giving Heart Community Center. Community starts with you.
You know, Tyler, before the game, we talked about what the keys would be. You said that the Yellow Jackets had to live in the moment, and they definitely have so far this game. 155, making 156 points still with 6 minutes to play, and they are definitely pouring it on to the Warlocks.
And certainly, they're about to go 6-0 on this homestand. The Yellow Jackets make their bones at home, and really, it's how they got out of a little mini 2-game skid, a weekend skid in which they lost 2 consecutive games in the same weekend against the Fredericksburg Grizzlies and the Woodbridge Wolves.
And you know, they say home is where the heart is, and when you're at a Giving Heart Community Center.
Over to Hamilton, that one goes. Sorry,
that's
partner.
even more true. No, you're good.
Elmore, cherry picking, blocked by Dixon, but a foul.
Well, it looked like that might have been all ball there, but hey, Elmore is looking for some calls in the first half. He's got a couple in the second half here.
Cherry picking, basket hanging, the man does it all. But he's certainly been one of the key sparks for this Warlock offense.
Oh yeah, Elmore playing very well all game, and then you have Brian Irwin turning up the heat here in the second half. I think he has 5 threes here just in the fourth quarter.
And Elmore gets both for the Warlocks. A 49-point game in favor of Steel City. Back the other way, Mike Dixon. Giovanni Ellis for 3. Yes! Giovanni Ellis, the Queens, New York product, gets that to go. Irwin, heat check over Akigabe. That one doesn't go. Rolling rebound, and that's E.J. Blackwell over to Akigabe. Does he want to go for 3? No, he doesn't. E.J. Blackwell. Tyler Dodd, a little bit of a scare tactic, but E.J. Blackwell pulls anyway. Akigabe inside, nice little rebound. The NBL Canada product passes out to Ellis. That one doesn't go. Rebound. Hamilton gets that one to go.
Under 5.5 to play now. Steel City well in control. If you've got keyless start, might be time
Back
to
the
start
other
up that
way,
car.
Mike Dixon in contention with Jones. Evades, but he couldn't get that one to go. Giovanni Ellis on the follow-up, no dice. Elmore all alone, running is Hamilton. That one doesn't go. Elmore over in the corner one more time. That one doesn't go either. As back the other way, E.J. Blackwell. Giovanni Ellis. Ellis posting up. Blackwell wanted to go for three, didn't. Dixon, no one around him, gets the two on the layup. Back the other way, Armstead wasn't ready. And that's out of bounds. Rolling clock here as it now finally goes to a stop. 4:40 left in the game. Steel City up 56, 166, 110. Inside Akigabe. The former London Lightning product couldn't get that one to go. Inside Giovanni Ellis, no kick ball in the ABA. Held ball though. And the possession arrow belongs with the Steel City Yellow Jackets.
3D light was on for them. Now it's off after that turnover there.
Stoppage in play, I believe, also as well. Akigabe, inside. That's Ellis. That one doesn't go. Akigabe fighting. Volleyball tap cheese out to Irwin. Irwin inside Armistead. He'll get that one to go.
Yeah, a couple of offensive rebounds on the Yellow Jackets end, but unable to get it to fall.
So it's Porter, Akigabe. Why not? That one doesn't go. Back to Akigabe, long rebound. He'll drive inside. That's his forte, but not this time. Irwin over to Elmore. He'll go for the breakaway and gets that one to go.
Akigabe showing the hustle, but just not able to get it to fall.
E.J. Blackwell screened by Hamilton. Two after the screen. That one doesn't go. Akigabe, nice rebound. Follow up, gets that to go. So the other way, Irwin driving over Ellis on the baseline, no dice. Back the other way, coast to coast, E.J. Blackwell. Long pass stolen by Porter. Porter, he'll go for three. That one goes.
That's a 4-point play. I think they said the 3D light was on.
So it's Dodd. Dodd, he'll answer back. That one's off the side of the rim, and no. Nice little save by Porter. So it's Ellis, long pass, Hamilton, inside pass, Porter. On the assist is Hamilton to Porter.
And the Yellow Jackets really turn it up at the end of these quarters. 176 to 114. You guys can see the score there, and we're under 3 minutes to play now in this game. The Yellow Jackets in complete control, a 62-point lead.
We know math here.
Yes, we do know math.
But certainly, as it's the Steel City Yellow Jackets are clearly going to coast to this victory. Certainly the key to the game has been team defense. A lot of helter-skelter moments that sometimes West Virginia survived, other times they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, just team play in general, both on offense and defense, a lot of nice passes in between Yellow Jackets players. And, you know, you talk about the Baltimore Hawks coming in next week, 10-2. What, first in the Mid-Atlantic Division?
Yes.
Number 6 in the ABA rankings. So you're going to need all this stuff that the Yellow Jackets did well tonight next week in order to get that win.
Yes, last week the Yellow Jackets were 6th and the Baltimore Hawks were 4th. Changing positions there. Irwin inside, but there was a foul before the shot. So that foul is on Giovanni Ellis. And he steals the ball. He'll go on the breakaway. Dodd wanted to slam and couldn't get that one to go. Armistead on the rebound. Armistead picked the ball up. Elmore, why not? Yes! O.T. Elmore with the three.
The Yellow Jackets, I don't know, have they made a dunk this game?
I think Jason Arrington had one. I can't remember.
They're so close
Ellis,
to these
no.
highlight reel plays.
Lost the handle. Dodd back the other way. Sloppy moments. Behind the back pass. Elmore. No dimer activated. Follow up. Dodd. But he has putback. And that one goes.
Under 2 minutes to play. 176 to 119. Yellow Jackets in complete control here.
And a little bit of confusion here. Yellow Jackets wanted a quick inbounds, but the Warlocks were changing as Rich Hill goes out. Matt Miller back in. Inside Ellis over to Porter. Two-man game. Gets it to go. So it's Irwin. Guarded by Ellis. Inside pass. That is O.T. Elmore posting up on Blackwell. Elmore post moves. That one doesn't go, but a foul. And no call it on E.J. Blackwell as he's incredulous to that foul.
Yeah, the Warlocks just running out of gas. I mean, it's just been a little bit too much this game. They've done a good job of hanging around for the most part, but in this fourth quarter, the Yellow Jackets have really poured it on. Like I was saying, I mean, Steel City playing so well at the end of each of these quarters. Finishing strong has definitely been their mantra this game.
First one goes for O.T. Elmore, 95 seconds left in this game. Second one off the glass and in. 57-point game. Steel City up 178-121. E.J. Blackwell inside. That's Giovanni Ellis gets that one to go.
Hey, you know, obviously you should give a like already, but if you want to give one for the quick maths on our part, we're calculating these scores like we got a calculator right in front of us, but we don't. Hey, the wider the scoring margin gets, the harder the math is. But it's 59 points right now. 180-121, boom.
We're journalists. We do not have calculators. Back the other way. That's Hamilton. Over to Porter for three. That one doesn't go. Porter last week was wearing number 31. Now he's wearing number 8. He'll try again. Inside Hamilton. And he gets that one to go. 50 seconds left in the game. Running clock.
62-point lead.
So Steel City won't reach 200, but back the other way. That's stolen by Ellis. He'll go for three. He's certainly going to try. That one doesn't go. Nice back tap pass from Porter over to Akigabe. The former London Lightning standout flushes it home. Elmore. Behind the back pass off of Hamilton. So it's a 2-on-0 break. Ellis wanted to go for off the glass. We'll count it as a missed shot, and that's Akigabe who follows up on that. Irwin back the other way off the glass and in. 18 seconds left.
They're trying for this 200.
So here we go. 10 points left. 10 seconds left. They're not going to get it. The clock will run out. O.T. Elmore for three. That one goes. So that's 120. That's a two they
half
call.
The players aren't even on the court anymore.
But it doesn't matter anymore. Final score, Steel City Yellow Jackets 191. The West Virginia Warlocks 127.
Okay, solid showing from the Yellow Jackets, but I mean at the end of the day, they got done what they were expected to get done. The big test will come next week against the Baltimore Hawks. For the Warlocks, you know, they did a nice job of hanging in there. You know, you got to give them credit for not giving up. O.T. Elmore, huge game. You know, Brian Irwin caught fire in the second half there, but at the end of the day, the Yellow Jackets were just too much. Certainly,
we thank our competitors, the West Virginia Warlocks, for coming in. The short trip, but it's still a grueling trip, especially in these winter conditions. They certainly did all they could. A nice little burst by Irwin. O.T. Elmore certainly followed up with the scoring there, but again, too much Steel City, too much. You can run through the entire list, whoever you want really, but I think if you're going to give it to anyone, maybe you should give it to James Evans. I mean, it's really just anyone, really. Yeah. It's hard to say.
I mean, everyone played so well for the Yellow Jackets, and like I said, this kind of team game is exactly what they'll need next week when it's number 4 Steel City versus number 6 Baltimore.
At the moment, that is number 4 Steel City and number 6 Baltimore.
It might
we'll
change,
find
yeah.
out later this week in the ABA Power Rankings. But as it stands right now, the Steel City Yellow Jackets will remain in 3rd in the North Central Division. But who knows? Maybe they'll move up a little bit. Maybe they'll move back. It's just they're at the mercy of the ABA Power Rankings right now.
A huge homestand for Steel City, and they're definitely taking advantage of it now. 7-0 on this most recent homestand.
6-0 right now. You're putting the cart before the horse.
Was it 6-0 before this game or 6-0 after this game?
We'll find out
See,
later.
now I made you think about it.
Now you made me think about it.
So much for that math.
We're learning here, folks. We assure you, we're learning here. But anyway, I'd like to thank our executive producer, Scott Taylor, manning the camera the entire way here. Our other executive producer, Debonair, and Debonair Entertainment, our Facebook page tonight. For my partner, Nick Ruffalo, I'm Ty Polk. The final score, Steel City 191. West Virginia Warlocks 127. Be sure to join us next week as the Yellow Jackets take on the Baltimore Hawks, first in the Mid-Atlantic Division, at the time number 6 in the power rankings. 7 p.m. January 25th, next Saturday, here at a Giving Heart Community Center. Debonair Entertainment Facebook page, and anywhere else you can get the Steel City Yellow Jackets page, ArtNet Media, 10 Talents International Studios, wherever you can get it. We hope to see you there. Until then, good night, everybody, from Mount Oliver.
Bye-bye.